Talk about your personal walk with Jesus. Okay. I mean, it's evident that it's important to you. You have an intimate walk with Him.
Yeah.
And you're leading other people well, I think, because Jesus is leading you well. How have you nurtured that in your own personal walk?
There's a couple of things. I really think that the two questions people never ask are how and when. Like how am I going to do this and when am I going to do this? I think even spiritually, guys never get around to answering those questions. So the question of when am I really going to get in the Word and think and pray and engage, they never really do it. And so it ends up being, I'm giving people the benefit of the doubt here, it ends up being a real sporadic kind of, I'll talk to God when I can talk to God, and maybe that'll work for a while. I can't sustain like that. I mean, I just can't. So I need to go in the morning at this hour. All I'm going to do is read the Word, pray, get away quite a bit. In fact, we even wire some of our staff like this. So first Monday of every month is Restore, where we all get together and pray pray over one another and do nothing but worship, communion, and prayer for the first 4 or 5 hours. So that's just me trying to teach them the value of it overall. But I do that personally myself. About an hour north of us is Turner Falls, which is a great little state park in Oklahoma, actually. And never thought I'd put great and Oklahoma in the same sentence together, but great little park up there. And so I'll go up there and take my Bible and spend a day up there just praying and thinking and asking the Lord to lead me and guide me. And then I want to just kind of constantly be connected. The second thing is I always want to be really aware of where my affections are and the effect that things have on my affections. And so I've learned that there are things that when I'm around them, when I'm near them, they just create a great deal of affection for the Lord. And it's funny because those things aren't things that you would find in the Bible sometimes. They're not. They're just weird things, but they do it. And then there are things that, if I'm not careful, just turn my brain off, and they'll either rob me of affections or they'll just be flat. And so I want to kind of avoid those things as best I can. And so I'm trying to always be self-aware of what's going on in my mind and what's going on in my heart, and what really stirs up my mind and heart towards Him, and what doesn't. And because I've learned over the years that it can be really weird things, For some reason, getting up early is a very good thing for me spiritually. And if I get away from that and I'm staying up late and then sleeping in, that has a spiritual effect on me. I can't put my finger on it. But it does. So I want to pay attention to things like that. I can't follow sports too closely. I'm just too immature. I'll be emotionally affected by whether or not a 20-year-old boy catches a ball. Yeah. And that's, honestly, at some level, that's just sad. And so I can't follow it too closely. Just certain things like that. I just want to be aware of where my heart is and where my mind is at all times. Because what I've learned about my process of sanctification, my relationship with the Lord, is that really about every 3 or 4 years I can look back and see that it's changed quite a bit. And so I don't want to just get stuck in, this is how I do it. I want to just be aware of where my heart is. Yeah. So...